Cue Dave and Ryan in 3, 2, 1.
It's Dave and Ryan's movie review.
Sponsored by the Plan Z Diet.
Hey, Dave and Ryan here, and we're having a lot of fun doing these different segments. Today, we're going to do a redemption on the movie Hackers. This was off of Ryan's list, and I will tell you my opinion after we talk about this. Hackers, of course, it came out in, what the heck was this movie? 1995, rated PG-13. We've got Angelina Jolie. We've got Matthew Lillard is in this. Wendell Pierce, you might recognize if you watched the Jack Ryan series on Amazon.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there's any other. Oh, Fisher Stevens.
Yeah, Fisher Stevens. Jonny Lee Miller, which is from, you might recognize him from Trainspotting. Jesse Bradford, he was on Bring It On. Yeah.
So the thing about this movie is it's about hackers who find out a conspiracy to use a computer virus to capsize 5 oil tankers. That's the basis of the movie.
Yeah, it starts around Jonny Lee Miller's character. He moves to New York City with his mom.
Yes, but as a young child, he got busted for breaking into a bank or something, wasn't it?
For hacking, and he's not allowed to touch a computer until he's 18, or else he could go to prison for a very long time.
So he obviously breaks that rule when he turns 18.
Yep.
But this movie, if anything I can take away from this movie, and I'll be honest, this is the first time I'd seen this movie when we talked about it. I'd never sat and watched it.
The best way I can describe the look and feel of this movie is if you've ever listened to grunge music, this is what you would picture.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. Because it's gritty, it's dark, it looks like an experimental film. It's got those really horrible graphics from the 90s.
That kind of remind you of, I equated it to, and I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
Same graphics.
Same time frame.
Same graphics, same time frame. I will say this, though. This had a pretty good soundtrack.
It did. Honestly, the whole movie the story was good. The presentation and the final product was not on par. I can't
think of one person that's in this movie. Oh, Lorraine Bracco. Forgot about her. Can't think of one person that's in this movie that did not overact.
The mom?
Well, maybe.
But she wasn't in it that much.
But, I mean, Fisher Stevens in this movie is terrible.
He basically, he's playing the over-the-top bad guy. The part where he's skateboarding and then he lets go to grab the floppy disk and then grab back onto the car and roller skate away. I'm just, what are you doing?
I never understood.
Whose idea was that?
I never understood the skateboarding. I never understood the rollerblading. All of that stuff in this movie.
Have you seen that meme of, it says hackers in the 90s, and so it's like a guy with like a tiny backpack and a big laptop sitting like at a coffee table.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that? That's basically what this movie is in an image.
And it's a step above War Games when it comes to that kind of stuff. Did you ever see the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick?
War Games was in the 80s.
Yes, but I'm saying this movie's a step above that 10 years later.
I don't know if I would say that. It's probably a step sideways and maybe half a step back.
But I just, like I said, Matthew Lillard is so over the top in this movie.
Hack the planet!
He's so over the top in this movie, it's not even funny. Wendell Pierce, he's okay in this, but he is just overacting in this movie.
He plays the dumbfounded cop.
He does, and he's actually even in the new Superman movie. He plays Perry White in the Superman movie. But he's over the top. Jonny Lee Miller, he's okay. He's okay. And Angelina Jolie, you could see where she was going to go from this movie. Yeah. I don't think she was terrible.
At the time, Jonny Lee Miller was probably the biggest name when this movie came out.
Absolutely. Because I told my wife, I says, I got to watch Hackers. We're going to talk about it. And she goes, Jonny Lee Miller. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Even
she knows.
She knows.
Yeah. I believe this was right around the same time Trainspotting came out.
Could have been. But yeah, this one here, I don't know. You hate to say that something's irredeemable, but it might be, Ryan.
I don't know.
Sell me on this movie, Ryan.
You got to remember, this came out 95, so there was no, this was state of the art CGI graphics. The part where he's searching for some file to steal, that's a lot better than the Jurassic Park scene. The Jurassic Park scene where she's hacking in to lock the doors.
Yeah.
Those graphics are horrible compared to these ones.
Okay.
And someone we forgot to mention, this has also a special guest actor, Penn from Penn and
Penn
Teller.
Jillette. Yeah, I was going to bring him. He even overacts in this one.
Yeah. Well, he's a secure, basically a cyber security guard.
It's one of those things. Is like, I guess I just have to match everyone's intensity. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, this movie was definitely directed towards a certain audience.
Hackers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trainspotting came out the next year, 96.
Okay.
But this movie, and that brings up another question, though. Was it made for hackers, or would hackers look at this movie and go, come on?
I think this was probably one of those movies where the people in the upper office or whatever thought it would be
the
for
executive
them.
suite.
Yeah, they thought it was for hackers, but then the hackers were like, no, it's not.
No, yeah. No.
So they probably intended it to be, but they missed the mark by like a mile.
A mile, yeah. I don't know if this movie's redeemable.
Well, you think about it. Without this movie, we wouldn't have Jonny Lee Miller.
Okay.
We wouldn't have Angelina Jolie. Well, she would have gone on to be more, but because of her father. But she got this role because of her father. Matthew Lillard.
Yeah. That was probably the one that stuck out to me as the most.
Yeah.
And the funnier thing is these people, their names.
Yeah.
The movie. Like the Fisher Stevens, his name in the movie is The Plague.
Yeah, that's his hacker name.
Yes. Serial is Matthew Lillard. Freak. Nikon. Razor.
These are obvious hacker names.
They're hacker names. That's right.
Didn't you ever watch American Gladiators in the 90s? They were all hackers.
That's where it came from. Blaze.
I'm Blazer.
Laser.
I'm Razor.
Laser. Blazer.
We will hack the planet.
Taser. Now we're talking. Now we're getting into dodgeball names. But yeah, so I guess if you want to see how the other half lived in 1995, watch this one. I think I found it on Tubi. It's free.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's a great movie. It's an okay movie. I honestly enjoy it just because I was there when it came out.
You remember?
Yeah, maybe it's nostalgia reasons, but
Maybe.
I'm going to give this one a solid 3.5.
3. I got to give this one a 2.5, man. I just couldn't get into this. I mean, I sat there and watched it and just thought how terrible the acting was. But
maybe this is one of those movies that's so bad that it's good.
maybe we need to revisit it from that standpoint.
Tell us what you think, if you like it or if you don't. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Go on the YouTube channel. Go on the Facebook page. As I said, we've revamped the YouTube channel, so everything is kind of categorized and set aside and organized.
I've been begging Dave for years to do that.
And we got it finally done. So check that out. All the videos that we've done are up
hired
there.
A hacker.
Well, and then like and subscribe it as well, because then you get updates for when, we drop new stuff. We usually try and drop things Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays if things work out the way they're supposed to. So check that out. And that's also the place you're going to go for, I think we've decided it's Man versus Marvel.
Yes.
So that's coming up once again, March 6th.
Dave dies.
This is the way that Dave dies. That's right. 78 hours watching the first 33 movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you go on to YouTube, our YouTube channel, like and subscribe, it'll tell you when we go live, because we're going to live stream it on YouTube. We're going to live stream it on Facebook. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of great guests coming in.
Be live on our radio show.
Yes, our radio show that Saturday will be live. I've got lots of great guests lined up for that one. So make sure you tune in for that. Okay, so until then, go see a movie.